We began by watching a gate open, workers filing out, a dog trotting past. I asked you to notice where the camera was, what the position said about who was watching and who was being watched. This week, we'll see a replicant walk across a dead landscape towards a farmhouse, and we'll ask whether there is anyone inside him who is looking out. That is how far we've come. Blade Runner 2049 is in some ways the film that this course has been building towards. Not necessarily because it's the best movie we've watched. That's not really a ranking I'm interested in making. But because it asks, more directly than any of the others, the question that the whole course has been circling around. We started with the premise that cinema is a machine that produces a human subject, that its technical decisions manufacture your sympathies, your fears, your sense of who matters. We've traced that mechanism in different registers, through the spatial grammar of cities and houses, the ethics of the gaze, the discipline of the body, and the simulation of nature. Blade Runner 2049 makes that manufacturing process its explicit subject. Its protagonist, K, is a replicant. His memories are implanted. His emotional responses may be programmed. His identity is, for the entire film, a question he is trying to answer with evidence that keeps pointing in opposite directions. I want to say something about the way this film is made before you watch it, because it will help you understand what you are being asked to do. Denis Villeneuve and his cinematographer Roger Deakins make an interesting technical choice throughout Blade Runner 2049. They hold shots much longer than conventional cinema requires. A landscape, a face, a room. They let it sit there, past the point where you expect a cut, until something changes in your attention. Until you stop waiting for the story to move and start simply inhabiting the image. When you hold a close-up of a face for 30 seconds without dialogue or action, you stop reading it for narrative information and start doing something else. You begin projecting onto it, imagining, filling the space with what you bring. The face becomes a surface for your own responses. That is exactly what the film is asking about K. Whether what seems to be there is really there, or whether you, the audience, are the one providing it. To dig into this more deeply, I want to introduce another thinker. Walter Benjamin was a German philosopher who wrote an essay called The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction. He was writing about photography, about film, about the gramophone, all of those technologies that had, for the first time in human history, made it possible to reproduce a work of art infinitely and distribute it everywhere. His central concept is the aura, the quality of unique presence that belongs to an original work of art. A painting has an aura. It exists here, in this place, at this moment, with a specific history embedded in its material. A photograph of the same painting does not, or at least doesn't in the same way. The copy might be technically perfect, but it has lost something. The encounter with the singular thing in real space and real time. Benjamin's argument is that mechanical reproduction destroys the aura. Something is lost, not just the object's rarity, but the kind of human experience that required a singular, irreplaceable encounter to produce. Let's apply this now to Bladerunner 2049. Kay's memories are mechanically reproduced auras. They are technically perfect copies of experiences that never occurred. They've been designed to carry the full weight of the genuine, to convey aura without an original. And the giant holographic advertisement, which depicts a woman's face projected at building scale, designed to feel intimate and personal to every viewer simultaneously, is the limit case. We see exhibition value with no cult value left at all. No original left, only the broadcast. Benjamin described another concept, which might help us to recognize something else in Blade Runner 2049. He called it the dialectical image, a flash of recognition in which past and present collide, and something briefly becomes visible that history had previously obscured. Watch Kay's final sequence with this in mind. The memory of the horse, the snow. A decision made in the ruins of all the film's dissolved certainties. Benjamin believed that even in the wreckage of the aura, something could still happen. Not a restoration exactly, but a different kind of encounter. A task pointing forward.